It is June 27th. Happy Sunday, and it is our last Sunday of in-person Sunday school for this school year and for the summer. We're going to be taking a short break during the months of July and into early August so that we can relaunch in the fall in August on August 15th with our Rally Day and Red Letter Challenge. You can continue to tune in to our online content and videos, but if you've been joining us in person, this is our last week for that. However, we continue on looking at ordinary sinners and how God is at work in the midst of different things. So across the age spectrum today, we are taking a look at Joshua 1, where we see Joshua becoming the leader of the Israelites after Moses, and he's going to finally lead God's people into the promised land. We see how God uses a woman by the name of Rahab, a woman that's not part of the Israelites, not part of God's family, and yet she has a fear and trust in the one true God. She has maybe a colored past, as known as a sinner, and yet what we discover is that God used her in a pretty powerful way to protect his spies and to bring about the fall of Jericho so that his people could enter the promised land. And what we discover is that later on, as we trace Jesus' family tree, which we looked at a lot at Christmas time, we see that Rahab is a name that shows up as one of Jesus' great grandmothers. And so the good news of how God is at work bringing about his plans to bring his people into the promised land, and how God is at work to save humanity through Jesus, and that some unexpected people, even some people that others might say were sinners or pagans or not good people, were a part of his plan and who he used to accomplish it. So God can work in a variety of ways. So I'd encourage you to check out our child lesson and our teen lesson today on that Joshua 1, seeing the passage that talks about how we can be bold and confident and have no fear because we have God's word, the instruction book for life that guides us and points us to what we should do. And as we study God's word, we see both that law where we mess up and points out how we're a sinner, but also the gospel, the good news of Jesus, that he comes and loves and forgives and works through imperfect sinners, brings about his plan even when people try and mess it up, and that ultimately he brings forgiveness and love and restoration. And so that's the good news of God's word. In our adult worship today, we're taking a look at the feeding of the 5,000 and how God provides, how he uses Jesus to meet a very important need of the people that are gathered to hear him. That God can do miraculous and amazing things. And in that case, he used one small boy's lunch, just 5 loaves and 2 fish, to bless many, many people. And so we see God at work in big things and in small things, and that he can do pretty big and amazing things with not that much. And so we look forward to uncovering that and unpacking that in worship today. And we look forward to seeing you online only next Sunday, July 4th. So it'll be a holiday weekend, online only for our Sunday school content. And then again, we'll be looking forward to relaunching with in-person stuff again in August or in the fall when we're ready to launch for school. Bye, friends.